It works. It actually works. Hey everyone, RT Bear here, coming to you live from Hack Shack Studios, and I believe it's Saturday. I have no idea. This has been one crazy week. It's been one crazy month. I will get into the details, but the main reason I'm live streaming is I want to see how all of you guys are doing. It is a beautiful Saturday. Actually, my wife and I just got back from lunch, did a little grocery shopping. We have a shindig tonight with some friends, and so Pamela is she's bringing the dessert, and that's always a good time. It's a good time. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so stressed. I am going to unwind uh, with a beverage indeed. So this is to Saturday. This is to better days. I like ye. All right. Oh man, we got an early turnout. This is good. We got Praetor 7. What's up? Yo, yo, yo. We got Leg Kick. Hello, Art. A lot of enjoy Art. Yeah, I have to. I don't even know where to really begin. But like I said, I hope everybody's doing good. I guess in looking back, it's not too bad now. Now I can say it's not too bad. When I was in the middle of it, it was, oh my gosh, it was traumatic. I've had some crazy stuff happen in my life, and and this is right up there with it. And it's it started with we don't know actually if it was a suicide, but my best friend's wife, she passed a couple weeks ago, and so that was kind of the start. My daughter Amanda found her, and so Amanda couldn't handle it, so she got on a flight. The next flight out from California to Texas. I mean, she was distraught. Life stuff, and then that she just needed to be with her parents, and it everything's kind of a good and bad thing, you know. Life kind of intertwines those things, and so she came here, and we had like 3 days with her, and we didn't get into any of that stuff. I mean, we talked a little bit about, things just to try to get over the loss, stuff like that. But most of it, we just enjoyed each other's company, had a good time, and we got to show her around the woodlands. I mean, people come here to vacation. It's a beautiful, beautiful area of the world, of the country, I should say. And so we had a great time. So she went back, and then I had to kind of reschedule the black and white launch, the volume 3, Sins of the Father, because it was going to launch while she was here. So I kind of put that on hold because, family first, and taking care of that stuff. So that was the first postponement, right? And so, I was talking to some of the bros, and the bros were saying, because I was gonna launch it the next week, and then they pointed out, well, that's the election week, so you might want to wait for the following week. So that's what I did, and then during that time, my computer, it didn't die. I was having, like, you guys should be seeing a more improved version of my YouTubing. Like, I spent so much time and money on doing this, so hopefully the quality is in the picture, and everything that we're doing. But so I found out. I thought it was my Wi-Fi not sending a proper connection upstairs, but I think some of you guys, and we did talk to the cable company, and they said, we think it's your computer. And they said, how old's your computer? Told them how old is the computer. And so then I was talking to a friend who lives here in Texas, and he is a pontificator. If he ever wants to come back, Zach Bradley, he's an artist, and he does independent comics and stuff. But he's mostly working as a teacher now. And he told me that it could be a power thing. So we compared notes, and he said, if your computer is X amount of years, it's not going to run these programs the way it used to. And I said, well, why? And he said, well, like, especially YouTube, like, it requires so much more power to run these programs, these sites than it used to. And so, he's telling me that, everything takes more power to run. So then I was like, oh, okay. So it most likely is the computer, right? So we bought, what the hell did we buy? We bought an HP from Best Buy, and then we hired Best Buy to come and install it, right? And I told them exactly what I needed. And I told them, I need it done ASAP because all of this stuff is how I make my money. I never realized how important or how much I relied on the internet, YouTubing this damn computer as I did in the last couple of weeks. So anyway, I go, okay, I'll take whatever first available. So they said it, and so then Wednesday comes around, and they call that morning and say, well, we can't do it. We can't do it. Can we reschedule? And so they wanted to reschedule for the following week. Well, I got a campaign to launch. I got Black and White to launch. So I can't really do this. So I was thinking, well, maybe there's a quicker way to do this. So we went over to Costco, and looked into it, and we got a more powerful computer at a cheaper price, and they have like free installment, like the Geek Squad charges you. So then we took the HP back to Best Buy, and we bought the Costco one. And so they tried to install everything, and it really didn't work. It wasn't working properly. So I was like, I need the computer ASAP. So I started looking around for like local computer installers, computer repair people. And so this website said local Woodlands, right? So I hired these guys. Turns out they weren't local, and it wasn't just a small little mom and pop, which is what I wanted, because I want to start a relationship with these people. That's not what happened. So it was a company that was hiding behind this. In the small print, it does say it on their website, but I didn't get that far down. So anyways, I hired these guys. They come, and the guy is just not really communicating much with me. He's just kind of sitting, doing his thing. I had a quote for a price. This was an hourly. I'll never do that again. Don't ever have these repair guys come in based on an hourly. Do it, for the job. So he comes in on the phone. He said it's like under 2 hours, like an hour and a half. So it'll be anywhere between $60 and $200. I go 200 plus. And he goes, no, it'll be under 200. So he comes in, he does this thing, and we had everything because I needed the old information put on the new computer, right? And so there was never any problem. He never said there was an issue or a problem. So he does it. It's up there for like a split second, and then it's gone. And so it's like, oh shit. And so then he's like, no problem. That's what they do. They always say it's no problem. And so then he does this thing. And so then he starts reinstalling. He has to hook the old computer back up because we had already unhooked it. He needs to do all this stuff. I don't even know half the crap that he did. But anyways, it took him hours to fix the mistake that he did. And so then at the end he goes, okay, here's the amount you owe me. At the time it was $800. It went up from there. Okay, so I'm like, that's ridiculous, And so I said, I want to challenge this. He goes, well, you have to go through the corporate. I'm like, corporate? What are you talking about? This is just a mom and pop. He goes, no, it's not. And so then I got some contact information, but just to back up, he installed, but my Facebook, my Instagram was not there. It was gone. And so what I wanted him to do, and I was very specific about this, I wanted 2 computer setups. I got one over here. So I wanted one designated for my Photoshop, right? The computer was powerful enough to run that version of Photoshop. I had no problem with it, right? So especially if I'm not using it for anything else, then it's all designated to that one thing. So that's what I told him. So when he crashed my system, he crashed my Photoshop. we couldn't get it back. So all my tabs, all my quick keys, everything, it's gone. And now I have to pay for I have to pay their monthly surcharge to have Photoshop. I have to pay $23 in perpetuity to use their Photoshop now. And the whole Photoshop was bought and paid for. It did everything I needed. So there's more expense there, right? So I was overcharged for the hourly, and I had to replace my Photoshop, and I didn't have Photoshop. No, I didn't have Instagram. I didn't have Facebook. I did have Twitter at the time, so everything else worked. So then smash cut next day. Well, the night before, I was doing stuff. Everything was fine. Turn off the computer. Come in. Start the computer. I have no sound. Sound's gone. Right. I'm like, oh shit. And so then I go to my Twitter. Twitter's gone. Well, no, Twitter was still there. The Twitter was still there. Okay. But then I went over to my external drives. I have all my artwork saved on a NAS system. Right. So I had to access that so I could work. I need to grab the work, and bring it into Photoshop and do stuff. Or I need to, pull out some blue lines so I can print those out. I need it. And so I couldn't access it. It had a question mark by the NAS tab. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't get my artwork. My whole career is on those drives. What the hell? So I'm like freaking out, right? So I call another. I need a drink. I need another drink. So you guys, if you guys want to bail, I understand. I'm going to try to turn this around into something good. But man, I need to get this off my chest because also it affects how my business is going to run. And I'll get to that. Okay. So it's that morning. I'm panicking, right? I can't access my artwork. What the hell happened? So I do a little research. This is beyond me. So I called and I made sure it was a local. It's called 911 repair. And I called and of course, they can't come out right away. So he's like, the next day we can come out, which I was thankful for because everything else was like a week, 5 days, that type of stuff. So the guy's name's Juan Carlos. He comes out. It's morning, thank goodness. And this was yesterday, I believe. And so he comes in and he's doing his thing. And he's having a hard time doing this thing, getting this computer to sync up with the external. And so smash cut, he does. He creates a miracle. But what he had to do is I think he said he had to reinstall Chrome. Like this is all Greek to me. And so I believe when he did that, all my tabs didn't come back. Well, they're there, but the functionality of them was not there. So I lost my functionality on Twitter. So I had the page, but I couldn't do anything with it. So just like the page was there, but all my messages, my home, all the functionality was gone. So I looked into it and I couldn't do it. I couldn't bring it back. So then I'm like, holy shit, right? So now I'm worse off than I was before. Like I have no way to contact anybody anymore through Facebook or Instagram. That's gone. I have my Twitter green rooms, all that stuff, and I have Facebook green rooms too. Those are gone. So I can't contact the bros. I can't contact the kings. I can't connect with my vendors. I can't do anything because I believed in the computer. And so I had no plan B. I had nothing written down. I don't have anybody's phone number. I barely have people's emails because everything is just so convenient through, X or Facebook. So that was kind of that. And so what I ended up doing is I I called the guy. They said they were closed. So this is the weekend, so they're probably not working. So hopefully he'll call me back Monday. But I was talking to my daughter, and so I had this in the back of my head, but I was so stressed out that that X account might still be on the old computer because that was not reboot. There was no Chrome reinstalled. It should be in its original state, which it's not because Facebook and Instagram doesn't work on that version on that computer. So just a few hours ago, I hooked up the old computer again, and thank the computer gods or whoever's looking out for us. It was there. So what that means is I can move forward with the black and white V3 campaign. If not, I couldn't do it. I would have had to postpone it again because I have no way to contact anybody and I can't advertise. Like Facebook, I used to get quite a bit of activity, but since everybody now knows that I have the scarlet letter and ooh, he's a conservative or conservative leaning, um, all my friends bailed on me. Well, a good percentage of them. So I don't really get good numbers on Facebook anymore. And Instagram's kind of a joke. When it started, it was fine, but it's a joke now. So really all I have is X. I still have my Tumblr account, which I don't use, and I still have my DeviantArt account, which I don't use, but they're still there. Like only the stuff that I really needed crashed. The stuff I don't care about, oh, it's still there. It functions perfectly fine. So drink break. I'm not used to these long necks. So it's good. It tastes good. So let me see. I'm going to touch base with you guys. We got Jav Stylor. What's up? We got Tech Zombie. Zombie. Ho, ho. Little cranberries for you. Afternoon, y'all. Yeah, y'all. Tech Zombie. Hey, we got some friends networking. The Winderman trailer came out. Winderman? What is that? It looks awful. I don't know what the Winderman is. I have to look into that. Housemaster, what's up, brother? You owe us this one. Man, I owe everybody. I cannot believe my condolences. Thank you. It's like RIP, right? Um, but I'm very thankful. This computer's working. Hopefully, this is a better picture than you guys have had in a long time. Even though, like, I'm probably the worst kept that I've been. I need a haircut. I need to shave. But it is what it is, right? It is what it is. And also, you guys get another view of the studio here, which is nice. I hope. I hope you guys are digging it. John Horton says hello. We got what is that? Xenom Xenom Xenomom beat bite. I don't know. Xenom bite. Have another one, you lush. Oh, I will. Ooh, excuse me. Let's go. Yes, let's go. Idaho. Past Masters doing the internet Comicsgate work here. Back arts, oodles of doodles and other stuff too. Yeah, here's the link, you guys. Help me pay for this damn computer setup. That's what else. This is kind of an aside, but there is something about life these days, which is like getting your money's worth, right? So I don't feel like we're really getting our money's worth out of things, and so I spent a pretty penny on this new computer setup, and it's still not fully functional. So it's just one of those things. Like I feel like in the old days, You could throw money at something and you can fix things, right? So the idea is like, well, I can't fix it, but I can throw money at somebody that has the expertise and they can do it, right? Or whatever the situation is. Or I buy this replacement part, whatever. And so I've noticed for the last, I don't know, I want to say almost 10 years, maybe 6 years, um, everything that I buy, everything I do has like strings, meaning it doesn't function the way it's supposed to function. Like I bought a Polaris system, like a robotic Polaris system for the pool to save, time. And so I didn't have to maintain it the way I used to. So I put it in and it starts glitching within days. So I have to take it back. I have to go a week before they can fix it, before they get the replacement part. So my pool is filthy. So I had to start cleaning it by hand to keep up with it. Then I finally get it back and it works. But that's kind of an example of everything kind of coming with strings. Like nothing really functions the way it should. People can't really do what they say they can do. It's just been one thing after the other. And so this computer was the same way. Oh yeah, we can do that. We can do that. And then yeah, maybe they could do it, but what ends up happening is there's these strings. There's always this baggage, right? So then, oh, I did it, but you don't have your Facebook and you don't have your Instagram and you don't have your Photoshop, and the next day you won't have connection to your external drives. Great. Thank you. Now what do I do? Thanks for effing me. Like I was in better shape before you came out. Like that old computer that was slow, it worked. It had little eccentricities, I guess, because of age, but it worked. Everything was there that I needed. Not with the new one. A guy in his room. Yeah, go with independent computer guys. I found one and it saves me tons. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And hopefully, I mean, they're right here in the Woodlands. Like I verified everything. I talked to, I think he was the owner, Frank, and he was saying that company that you went with, they are kind of suspect. And he said, even if you don't work with us, don't use people that do hourlies. And I wouldn't have, but he quoted me a price on the phone. So he said it wouldn't take more time than this to do what you asked me to do. And so then he did it, and it was under that time, but then he crashed my system. And so then the rest of the time there, like the 6 hours or whatever he was here after that, he was just trying to fix what he broke. So to be honest, I don't feel like I should pay for that. I mean, he lost me Photoshop. He caused me a ton of stress. I had to call somebody out to fix his mistake so I could have access to that drive, that external drive. Like, yeah, like don't do me any favors. And then to ask and expect that kind of money, no way, no way, no how. Pamela usually, we've been sued before with our business, and it sounds bad, but we were in the right, and this guy was just a complete money grubber. And so he took us to court, and he lied and he cheated in court. I was really naive, and I thought, well, if I just stuck with the truth, then that would be enough. But this guy kept lying about stuff. So, anyways, the judge went into his favor. We had to pay, for the damages or whatever. But so we have been in small claims court. But this time, Pamela's like, because I was that night, I was like, I'm not going to pay these guys that full amount. I'll pay them half. And that's more than generous. That's more than I was originally quoted. But I'll pay half, but I'm not paying the full amount. And I just want to make the peace. But I can't pay that because I think that's stealing. What they would, if we were to pay the whole amount for the repairs, which was $900, it went up $100 after that 8 for some reason. So they lied about the initial quote as well. So I'm not going to pay it. And so then the next day, because Pamela's kind of like, well, we're going to get sued. This, like, all this bad stuff's going to happen. And I said, well, there's one saving grace. They don't have our credit card info. So they have email, they have address, they have phone number, but they don't have access to our money. Um, so if they want our money, they're going to have to work with us. They're going, because I did contact them after that guy left, and I said we need to work something out, because this is not equitable in any way. And then I kind of explained why, and then they emailed back and they said, here's the invoice, pay it. That was it. This is what they say. I hate this. Any repair people or people running business, don't say I'm sorry. Because you're not sorry. Because when I hear an apology, I always think, well, you're going to make restitution. You're going to do something to fix it. But just saying you're sorry doesn't do anything, right? Right? And so don't say it to me, because I want to pop you right in the mouth when you say it. You're sorry? Well, then fix it. I don't want your apology. I don't give a shit about your apology. I want you to fix it. I want you to do what you said you could do and what I paid you to do. That's it. I don't care. I don't care if you apologize or not. That's what I want. That's good. All right. So let's see what a guy in the moon says. No, this is interesting. Because yeah, everyone relies on tech so much now, and people being hacked is so common. Well, just to back up even before that, like what started everything, and this was years ago, we did get hacked. And so that's why we started having problems with all of our other accounts, because they were linked to that original email, which doesn't exist anymore. So I tried to go through X, I tried to go through Facebook and all that, but all that stuff is linked to that original email. And so it's weird, because Tumblr is too, and so is DeviantArt, but I'm connected with those stupid sites, but the ones I really needed, no. So yeah, I mean, life is crazy, but you live and learn. So what Pamela and I are going to do, and we have our book with all of our passwords and all that other stuff, but what we're going to do is we're going to open a new Facebook account, and make sure it's linked to our current email, a new Instagram account, and then the old Twitter account still is functioning. Cross your fingers. But what I'm going to do after the campaign, after the 60-day black and white campaign, the live part of it's done. When we're in demand, I'm going to take a chance. And since that Twitter hasn't crashed, the one on the old computer, I may be able to go in there and change my email. It won't let me do it once it crashed, because on this computer, it won't allow me to do it. But on the old computer, it might. So I'm going to try to bring that back to the original, because I can't start all over again. I mean, that's, years and years worth of gathering information, establishing a following, all those things. If I had to do that with all of my accounts, I think I would be back to advertising square one, which is not a good place. And to be honest, I kind of like Facebook. I connect with my friends and family. So I use Facebook mostly for just connecting with friends and family. I advertise on, like, my external stuff. I advertise on it, but I use their DMs. I use the private messaging for my friends and family, and so we send pictures to each other, stuff like that, and keep contact, which I find very, very convenient and great. I have a closer relationship with family members that don't live near me, which none of them do. And in California, I only had my brother anyway. So the little family I do have, they're spread out everywhere. So anyway, Facebook and Instagram aren't going to be a big loss. When Instagram first started, I had like 30,000 followers. It's probably higher. That was the last time I checked, but I don't know how many. I don't know anything about that. The new with Facebook taking over, it's hard to get any kind of traction on that site now. Omer Glitch says, sounds like you just need to log into those websites. Well, yeah, if they weren't connected to the old email address. Which, by the way, I was very upfront with those technicians that came in. I told them, yeah, it's just, I did all that stuff. It isn't really that simple. Um, there's just a series of things that were done over the years. And after we got hacked, uh, this is part of the situation is my friend Kurt, who his wife, I told you, just passed like 2 weeks ago. He passed like a month ago, and he was my tech guy, and he is really good. Was really good. He worked for John Wayne Airport in Orange County, and he keeps their computers functioning. So he was really, really good. So when we got hacked, we contacted him, and I think he put a Band-Aid on it. So we were never really told to switch over our Facebook, Twitter, and stuff. I think he did it really fast. So he established us a new email, and it worked up to this point. So everything was working, but Pamela and I had no idea that we were supposed to change all that stuff. I know nothing about computers. Zip. And to be honest, I don't care about them. I don't have any interest in it, period. I only use the computer because I have to. If I didn't have to use this damn thing, I wouldn't. Creator Outlet says, Hail RT Bear. Yeah, yeah. Creative Fee, giving you a big virtual bear hug. Yeah, hope things get better. Thank you, man. They will. I might have to run down and get another one of these, but yeah, indeed. Boomeranging for sure. Like, I'm not even going to deny it. Yeah, I don't know anything about it, and I don't want to know anything about it. I don't care. I just want it to be able to do what I need it to do. That's it. Crazy Cat says, "Do you not have all your login info?" Yeah, yeah, I have it all. But like I said, I mean, this you guys might have been commenting earlier. It's all linked to an account that doesn't exist anymore. We got hacked a couple years ago. I got new emails from my friend Kurt, RIP, and but my social media stuff was never transferred over. I didn't know I was supposed to do that. So you can fire away with the boomers, but I don't care. Uh, wow, I'm shocked, Art. Haha. I always thought you were conservative. That's why you moved to Texas. Uh, I'm registered Democrat. I never wore it on my sleeve like, oh, I'm a progressive, or I'm a Democrat, or I'm liberal. I never said that stuff. The only thing I ever said that was kind of liberal, and maybe why, I was young. I was a kid when I signed up to vote. Was that, like, I always thought like the Democrats were live and let live, right? Like, as long as nobody's getting hurt, no laws are broken, that type of thing. I don't care. Like, I don't care what you do in the privacy of your own home. I don't care what you do, as long as you're not hurting anybody, anything, and you're not breaking any laws. But the current Democratic Party is not any of those things. They are not forgiving. They are not live and let live. They are like conform or die. And that's not even the Republican motto. The Republican was always just like, they were kind of big business, right? They were kind of war machine, big business. And I'm not saying that that's good or bad. I'm just saying that's how how they were always considered. And then Republicans were that, and Democrats were kind of like more, hey man, whatever, uh, you know, like hippie kind of stuff. And I was definitely not a hippie, that's for sure. But I think, what did somebody tell me a couple years ago? in the studio. I think it was Trevor Cameron. He said everybody hits a certain age and they become Republicans. And I was like, I wasn't quite there yet, and now I look back and I go, wow, that was pretty insightful. I don't know how true it is, but it was true definitely for my wife and I. And so I don't see it. I don't see it moving back. I don't see any of the Democrats becoming even moderate. I think that there's such a rogue, insane faction that's taken over that party, which are these extreme progressives that I don't think it's ever going to go back. And I'm here to stay as long as the Republicans can stay sane and my outlook on life is similar to theirs. Then that's where I'm at, and I'm going to do. I didn't even get to really celebrate when Trump, was a landslide victory voted in to become the next president. My gosh, you guys, this is so like it's amazing. It's amazing. The reason it's amazing, not that I'm like, oh, Trump's going to save the world. None of that. Like, I don't put that much stock into one person, right? I don't. But if you think about how it all happened and that it was a populist movement, it was the people. It was the people. It wasn't anything else. And then if you look at the people that rallied, like the super team that was created around Trump, I mean, you got DJ what is it, Vance? You got RFK Jr. You got Elon Musk. You got Tulsi Gabbard. You got Vivek. And then you got all the YouTubers. You got like Joe Rogan. You got Megyn Kelly. You got Dave Rubin. You even got Russell Brand. Like you have like all these great voices, and this is not the mainstream establishment. This is not. This is groundswell stuff, right? This is the very definition of a populist movement. This is a freaking miracle that this happened. And I do believe that the Dems did it to themselves. They doubled, just like all this agenda stuff in Hollywood, all of this stuff that we've been fighting against for the last 6-7 years. It's all, they do not want to bend. They want to have an iron fist, and they're forcing agenda and conformity on each and every one of us. And the great thing about it is the majority didn't bite this time. The majority was like, no, we're not doing it. And that fills me full of happiness because, like I said, I mean, Trump is Trump, rough edges and all. I don't care, but I think with the people that he's got around him, with his vision, which I think is pretty good, with fans being able to back that vision in terms of maybe another 4 years, another 8 years after Trump. We're looking at possibly 12 years. And if these guys, with the people's help, listen to us, then maybe we can not only turn this place around, but maybe bring some sanity back to the world, the United States, the world, and my gosh, at least we have hope. Right? At least we have hope that it can happen. We didn't have it before. Hell the Mighty T-Bear, thank you. Let's see, Crazy Cat says, on the plus art, your camera is super sharp, clear now. Yes, maybe. What? Maybe too clear. Should I go back to the old way? The fuzziness? I could click that button that says like glamour or like I guess it smooths you out. I could do that camera setting. But you know what? I don't care. I am what I am. I am beyond caring about that stuff right now. Like I said, we got a dinner party to go to later tonight, and they always get good wine, the best wine. California still has wine. So we're gonna go eat, have some good company, and drink. So I'm looking forward to that tonight. Jab says, yeah, this is just important import export setting and cookies browse history. Could have given a neighbor kid $10 and he could have done it. Yeah, information I could have used yesterday. Venom Bite. I don't know what Venom Bite is. Venom Bite. Crazy Cat says, what time of the day Monday are you launching? I was thinking of possibly a morning stream, but I'm thinking it'll be afternoon because it'll give Pamela, because Indiegogo doesn't necessarily boot right away. So I'm going to, as soon as we get it going, everybody's going to get their alerts that signed up for the pre-launch. So you're going to get the alerts. Then we're going to press, live. So then, you guys will already have the heads up. It'll go live, and then you can get all your early birds because those things are going to sell out quickly. So you get all your early birds, and then we'll move on with the rest of the day. So I'm thinking I'll probably be going live afternoon. I want to do a morning. I want to do a morning hullabaloo, but we'll see how it all pans out. If we can get that thing up and running early, then you guys will get to notice early. So I would say, what is Eastern Standard Time's an hour, in front of us. So let's say 10 Central Standard, 11 o'clock Eastern Time. That's when it possibly could happen. But if not, it'll be noon here. So that'll be 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So I'd say the best bet is somewhere around noon, either Central Time or New York or Eastern Time. Let's see. Omer says, how do you not know how to log into? You're fixating. I do know how to do that, but it is all linked to an account that no longer exists. So it will not let me access it because it's all linked to an older email address. So I hope that clarified. There's extenuating circumstances with all this. Creative says that is what's happening when everything becomes mediocre. I think so. I think that this is back where I was talking that nothing really functions or works the way it should. Bob Gable says computerized voting to tabulate takes longer. How? Exactly. Hey, oh my gosh, speaking of the devil, good day. Hey, Trevor, did you hear me? I gave you credit for everybody eventually with age becomes a Republican. So Trevor used to work at Hack Shack with me. Very, very talented. Go follow him. I know he's on Facebook. He's probably on other stuff too, but that's usually where I see him. He's an artist. He posts stuff every once in a while. Good stuff. Jav says, I always put the old system hard drive into the new computer. That seems like it would have been an easier way, right? Like just take the old out and put it in the new computer. I don't know why they didn't do that. Because like that is just taking one out, and it's like replacing a carburetor in a car. Like that stuff's real. Like I could probably do that. It's all this more esoteric stuff, like tabs, finding this information, doing that, all that stuff. That cross-referencing, all that stuff drives me crazy. Art of Roy says, off the rack computer is good enough. I don't trust these custom built piles of crap. Yeah, this is not custom built. A guy in his room, you should still be able to rest passwords, find out login info if you forget it, Omer Glitch. Yeah, I mean, I contacted all these sites like Facebook and X privately, and they were like, "There's nothing we can do." So, Crazy Cat, next time, just hire some Asian kid from a nearby college. This guy Tony that came over, that guy was Asian. Bob Gable says they were trying to scam the elderly scumbags. Elderly. You know what? I still, oh my gosh, I see like old guys, and I have to say, okay, if you guys ever saw me walk, I got the old guy stoop. I do, but I got a cop. Like I have 3 ruptured discs in my spine. Um, I have a rod. I have 2 rods that I have. I have a ton of fusions in the back. So I don't I don't walk good because there's a lot of pain involved. But I watch these guys and I'm like, I look at them and I go, wow, these guys are really old. I'm like, look at that guy, what an old timer. And then I walk somewhere and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm doing the old guy shuffle. I can't judge. Like it's weird. You get a certain age and there's constant like things that come up and you just go, oh yeah, that's right. I'm 63 years old. I'm almost retirement age. There's a good turnout, you guys. Thank you so much. And if you can find in your heart, give this stream a thumbs up. It does help the algorithms. And if you're not subscribed, please do so. I need to rally the troops because we're going to go live soon. And you guys, I'm going to show, you know what? I wanted to try to catch up in the chat, but you know what? It's more fun to be behind in the chat. Let's see if all these buttons work. Present, screen share. Let's see if this is it. No, that is not it. Is this it? I think this is it. All right, we got it. Okay, I'm going to share this, and you guys should be seeing this. This is a behind the scenes. This is not live yet. So this is the Black and White Volume 3 Sins of the Father campaign. So hopefully you guys can see this. Yeah, you guys can. So yeah, we're working. There's just some little fine tunes here and there, but it's pretty much ready to hit that go live button. And so here's the page. I'm just going to walk you guys through it. Hi all, I'm Marty Bear. As many of you know, I've been in the comics field for over 40 years, and I've had the privilege of working on some of the industry's most amazing comics. During the early 90s, I was given the opportunity to publish my first independent comic through Image Comics. Black and White made their first bombastic appearance in 1994 with a 3-issue miniseries that sold over 500,000 copies. 500,000 copies, you guys. Nothing to sneeze at. Now we're celebrating Black and White's 30th anniversary, and we have some great surprises in store for this campaign. I hope you join me on this Indiegogo campaign by backing a book, then settle in for one mighty fine read. Thanks for checking out Black and White. So that's a little entry area. I think I went above and beyond designing this page. I hope you guys like it. I took advantage of a lot of the open spaces. So you have to kind of design for these things. And so I got the new HS Comics, Hack Shack Studios Comics, and or Hack Shack Comics presents Black and White, Sins of the Father. So here's the main cover right here, you guys, with beautiful, beautiful colors by the critter himself, Kyle Ritter. And so I don't think Ethan Van Sciver likes me using this guy, but you know what? I feel a connection. I knew Kyle before Comicsgate, so we were friends before. So hopefully Kyle's getting all of Ethan's work done at the same time. And you guys, here is the preview for 3 of the new pages. This book looks absolutely fantastic. So instead of a much needed vacation, see volume 2 of Black and White. Black and White are up to their knees in strange happenings. There is only an empty coffin where the body of Reed's father should be. Sickness overtakes Gray, and a beautiful but deadly voodoo priestess is making zombies right, left, and center. The new adventure from the evil genius that is me will send our heroes into the world of voodoo nightmares and murderous immortals or a murderous immortal that has hated the Blacketts for centuries. Lord Fagin will stop at nothing to wipe the Blackett lineage from the face of the earth. Volume 3 of Black and White is written by Art Thibert, Aaron Sparrow, and Pamela Thibert, with action-packed layouts done by the awesome Alan Patrick. And I will be doing finishes over Alan's work. And then we have the amazing colors by Brian. Is that Magnay? I'm sorry. I never really try to pronounce his last name because I can't. And I don't have a verbal relationship with him. He's in the Philippines, so I really don't know how to say his name. So I do apologize. So I just call him Brian Mag. This 64-page graphic novel is one you'll want in your library of comics. So yeah, here's that's page 6, the big one with all of the lava and Black and White fighting a giant mech, which is their specialty. And then the two inset panels or pages, those are page 1 and 2 of the book. So we start off with a bang, you guys. And then this brings me joy. High Octane Adventures is back. We got Pedro Ang back for volume 2. And he will be writing, penciling, inking, and doing the color work for this book. This is a 22-page one and done adventure, and it's fantastic. We got the whole story. Pedro wrote it, like, the whole thing out. Like, even though he's penciling it, he wrote panel 1, panel 2, all that stuff. So Pamela and I went over it. Brilliant. It's going to be a lot of fun, you guys. I've seen some of the character designs, which I cannot share with you. I'm going to do that in one of the future, maybe tomorrow. Today's Saturday. I want to live stream tomorrow, so I'll find those. I'll see if I can bring those over, figure out a way to share them with you, because I go through X with Pedro, and I can't access X with this computer. So there's High Octane 2. We got 3 of the fantastic pages, pencils, inks, and coloring by Pedro here. So you can see there's going to be some fun action. Black and White are going to be battling some tech, some robots, and we're going to have some motorcycle action in this one too. So you're going to get to see Black and White doing a lot of different stuff. Like these High Octane adventures, they're not canon, so we can do a lot of fun things outside of the canon. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So then we have the 4 jaw-dropping covers. We have the main cover. We have B, which everybody showed this cover to, just loves it. I did put this up on X, and I think we got almost 100 retweets for this thing. That is crazy. So you guys are responding to this B cover with a ton of energy. So I do appreciate it. The cover is fantastic. I had a lot of fun penciling and inking it, and we got Kyle back to do the color work. And of course, you can't go wrong with Kyle. And so then we have C. We have the Carlo Barberi cover, which very, very, very happy with this. So also I have some other, oh shoot. Oh my gosh, I should have backed those up. Those are lost. Maybe I can ask Carlo to send them via email. So I'll write that down and see if I can he's got 2 other designs for this, and they were brilliant as well. So it was really tough making a decision, but I think this was the stronger. But I can find those and I'll show those to you guys possibly tomorrow, along with the Pedro Ang stuff. So we have the Carlo Barberi cover. It's C, and then with my inks over that, and we got Brian Mag's colors. And then we have D. I wanted to let you know that there's going to be another cover, but I have not announced it. So that'll be a midway announcement in the campaign. The guy's huge. You guys will love it when you hear the announcement. So here's just so you can see the cover a little bit better. So here's the B cover. So the guy in the ghost image in the blues and greens, that's Lord Fagin. That's his castle off to the side. And the one in the center is Juju. She is the Baldoon priestess. She's like a techromancer or technomancer, I should say. And she uh, can raise the dead, but she uses technology to do it. So she's got her supernatural abilities that she kind of filters through the technology. So you can see she's wreaking havoc on black and white here with all the zombies and skeletons and stuff. You guys, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Like, there's going to be supernatural, there's going to be high tech, there's going to be high tech robots, there's going to be all kinds of stuff, you guys. And also, we're going to get to see more of the world in this. So we're leaving rural China and we're going to Britain. So we're going to get to see like a high tech London, Britain, areas. So the black and white stuff is in a undefined future. So this is not our world. So I never wanted to tie it to any kind of real world stuff. So this is a completely made up universe. So think about it kind of like Star Wars, in a galaxy far, far away. That was George basically saying, this is not Earth. These are not Earthlings. Nothing in this story will be relatable in any way that life as being. So that's kind of like I took that cue from the Star Wars stuff, George Lucas, that black and white will not be defined by the real world. So it's going to be completely made up. So there's going to be ties to it. We're going to use that as reference, but it's not that. So I think it'll open it up to more fun and creativity. So here's a better image of Carlo's stuff here. It's fantastic. Look at these guys, man. This campaign is going to be freaking amazing. Like, I was really proud of Volume 1, Volume 2, but this one I think is a million times better. And then here's some of the original artwork. So all 4 of these covers are going to be in the campaign, so you can purchase all of these. So we got the High Octane cover as well. And then that D cover will be in here as well. So if all works out, I will be working with this brilliant talent on cover D. So it'll be a jam between me and the guest artist. So I do believe if all goes well, we'll have that original cover available as well. So then I just wanted to show, the Juju print so everybody would know. So that's going to only be available in the jam. And so we have the stretch goals here. I'm pretty sure that this is how we're going to do it, but we're going to go over everything, Pamela and I, with a fine tooth comb and make sure this is everything we want it to be. But we're going to have some killer stretch goal items for you guys. We always do great stretch goals. Pamela loves the stretch goal side of it. She likes all the vendors and getting the product in and everything. So yeah, we're going to have some cool stuff there as well. And if you guys don't know how that works, with a backing, when we hit these stretch goals, everybody that backs will get one of these things. So at 35K, when we hit that, you'll get a free trading card. 45, you'll get the 30th anniversary sticker, which will be based on this image here. And then at 50, we'll upgrade the cover stock and possibly the paper as well. I want to do the UV spot too. So we got a stretch goal for that because I thought that looked really cool in Volume 2. And we're only going to do the main cover. So the main cover will have the UV spot. And then we have the 70K. We got the 30th anniversary pin. We've been doing these cool metal pins. So we did one for the last campaign, and we're going to bring those back for this one as well, and it will be the 30th anniversary. So this is all the celebratory 30th anniversary stuff, you guys, that we have. And then 75K, we'll have the Spot UV on the cover. So as far as tiers, we have the featured tier, which will be all of the 4 new books for this campaign. So it'll be the main book, the 2 variants, the B and the C, and then the High Octane Adventure. And then we have the High Octane Adventure at $15. This is a 22-page story. We have that, and then we have the main cover, which is, I'm just calling it A. And so that's kind of the entry level. And then we have cover B, which is the variant. I have a strong feeling this B is going to give that main cover a run for its money. And we'll see how that does. And then we have the Carlo Barberi cover C. And then we have, we're going to have some jams because now we have multiple books, you guys. We've been publishing long enough that we have a backlog of books. So we overprinted one. They're very limited, but we have issue 1 of High Octane, and then we have the new issue 2. So we're going to be doing that as a double, like you can get both books with one. And then we have the early birds here, you guys. So the early bird, this is going to be volume 1, 2, and 3. So we have a regular tier for that as well. So you can get all the story stuff with the exception of the High Octane. But you can get all the main continuity books with this tier. So this is $75. But if you look at the early bird, what we're doing with the early bird is we're taking $10 off these things. So these are going to be limited. It says 150. I'm not sure that that's going to be the end number. It might be less. So this is why you want to sign up for the pre-launch. Not only will you get the free trading card, the Juju trading card, but you will also have early access to these early bird specials. So then this is the featured tier early bird. So if you look at it, it's 80, which is also, I do believe, let's go to the, I think it's $10 off. Yeah, so it's $10 off the main feature. So if you guys get in early before they sell out, you can get volumes 1, 2, and 3 at a $10 discount. And then we have early bird, which is, oh, wait. Yeah, this is the featured. I already did that. And then we have the early bird jam, which is everything. So it's all the books, you guys. So it's the 3 variants. Oh no, it's cover B variant. It's the High Octane. Second one. Yeah, these, I don't know why they're not in order because it's kind of hard to read. High Octane 1 and 2. We have the A cover, which is the main cover. We have the B cover. We have the C cover. We have issues 1 and 2, and then we have the Juju print. And I do believe this is 10 cheaper as well. Let me see. Yes. So you get in early, and like I said, these are going to be limited. So if you get in early, you can get a discount on these tiers. So there's the jam. We already went over it. So then we have the original art tiers. They're all here. And one thing I'm going to do with the art tiers that I haven't done before is I'm going to make the whole book available. So all of the artwork for volume 3 is going to be available. So not only all the covers, but the interiors as well. And so one thing I'm going to do, I don't have a price yet. I haven't figured it out. But the interior pages are going to be at kind of an entry level price. So what I want to do is and I do this sometimes with my original art, where I'll kind of lower the price as like an entry level price, because I just want the artwork to be somewhere where it will be enjoyed, because in the T-Bear vault, it's just kind of sitting there, right? I'm not that sentimental with my work, so I would rather have it in the hands of somebody that can enjoy it. So that's kind of the mindset with the artwork for this campaign. So if you want original T-Bear artwork, there's going to be some reasonable prices there. Oh, that's good. All right. All right. I think we left here. Yeah, just find a reliable. I think that Juan Carlos is, and they're local as well. So I think if I have a problem in the future, I'm going to be calling that guy. Exactly. I agree with not paying that dude to fix his own mistakes. Yeah, this is, we talked about this stuff earlier, but this is kind of how my brain works. And it's a little hard to track, but it's kind of how things are. It's like if you hired somebody to replace a broken window, right? And while he was repairing that window, he broke another window and then charged you to fix the broken window that he broke. It's kind of that. And so I'm not sure if I made a point with the stuff about like Pamela, but Pamela was saying with that company, we're gonna. My last ditch effort to work it out. They haven't been open to working out prices, or like working out any kind, not discount, but just something more equitable. Then I'm going to make an offer, and I'm going to say, hey, I'll give you half the money. I'll give it to you now. And then we'll just wash our hands of this whole thing. But if you don't accept this deal, then it's up to you. And I'm not going to tell them to sue me, but if they do sue me, then that it is what it is, and I'll fight it in court. And yeah, Pamela backed that. She said, yeah, that's what we should do, and she actually mentioned it at lunch too. So, Hell T Bear from Canada. Yeah, congrats on winning freedom. Lurking while drawing. Yeah. Man, I can't wait to get back to just drawing. Like live streaming and drawing. My life has been so up in the air for over 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. I still managed to get some stuff done. I don't know if you guys will be able to see this, but I got it probably won't, but I got a new camera, so it might work. Ooh, the new camera. Sweet baby Christmas. There it is, you guys. This is work in progress. I think this is page 3. Oh, page 4. Yeah, page 4. And there's a shot of Juju over there. Wow, the camera's working. I can actually go on Comicsgate auctions now, and I can hold up a piece of artwork. That's a win. Let's see. Bob says, have you locked yourself font of the important account? I did that the other day. No, I mean, it is what it is at this point. Like, so earlier on, I was just kind of venting. I was just kind of getting it out there. And also in the way of like letting you guys know where things are at. So if you guys try to contact me or like moving forward, like if you don't see me on Facebook, things like that, then you'll understand why. So that's kind of why I one, I wanted to get out of my system, and two, I just kind of wanted to let you know what's going on here. Facebook is terrible for security. I once forgot my login and it ended up in somebody else's Facebook. Holy shit, Bar Stewart. They had my first initial and last name. You love streaming. Of course I love streaming. I love hanging out with you guys. Haven't used it since. Yeah, I'm just going to set up a new Facebook, a new Instagram. Like I said, once the campaign is over, the live part of Black and White Volume 3, the computer that has my Twitter account on it, I am going to try, since it's active, I can go in there, since it's active, and I can change my email. In theory, I can do that. So if all goes well, then I'll be able to do that. And so then that account I'll be able to access on this computer. Um, and I hope it doesn't crash or any weird shenanigans. At this point, I expect the worst of everything. Last night, we went out to dinner to try to treat ourselves to something. We almost got creamed. People, if you live in Texas, if you live in the Woodlands, if you live in Houston, don't do this. People make lane changes in intersections here. I lived in California all my life. You see an occasional idiot do that, but here you will see it daily. You will see it more than once a day. There are people that will make complete lane changes right in the intersection. So we're moving this. It was a Cadillac, one of those big SUV types. This thing was massive. Comes over, we're entering into the intersection, and it just comes right in. And I'll tell you, my wife isn't, oh, she's very rarely calm. And she was cool as a freaking cucumber. So this car's coming in, and it was dusk, so the car was white and you could see it. But if she kept going at the speed she was going, that car would have slid right into the front. I'm thinking we probably wouldn't really have been hurt because I think at best it probably would have spun our car around. That car would have went into the it would have flown into the ditch and it would have rolled. Like I don't know what would have happened to them, but I think what we would have done is we would have spun, and maybe if it was hard enough, we would have flown in the ditch, and then God knows what would have happened at that point. But anyway, she doesn't slam her brakes on. She slows the brakes down. And it was just enough. Like there was no jerking, there was no nothing. It was just perfect. It was like she was a professional driver and it's just like slows down. That guy goes in, takes our lane, and everything just went on, everything we were fine after that. But my gosh, we almost got creamed. It was crazy. So yeah, like I expect the worst. New computers have newer connections that make old drives. So you couldn't put in your old drive into the new computer. Let's see. Yeah, maybe that's why they didn't do it. Maybe they knew more than I did, which would be nice and not that hard to do. Art of Roy, Art, you're 3 years older than me. Must be the wear and tear. Oh, stop. How dare you? If I dyed my hair and everything, you wouldn't be able to tell. Or if what do you have your head shaved? No one would be able to tell. Oh, Bob says I'm 53, not far behind. 10 years, that's quite a bit. I'm getting AARP mailers. I don't know what that is. Almar's probably going to give me a hassle again. Damn, Art. This looks great. Oh, thank you. Art is amazing. I'm sorry, Omar. I'm kind of in that mood. I accuse you of something you did not do. What is this? Metatron's Cube. Sign up. Yes, sign up, you guys. You know what? Do I have that tab open? Yes, I do. I'm going to copy this bad boy and then I'm bring it over. Bring it over. I'm bringing it over to StreamYard and I'm going to pop it into the chat. So you guys click that link, go sign up. Not only will you get that free trading card, but you will get access to those early birds. All right. LOL. EVS will suck it up. Suck it up. Sleeping psychopathy. All right. What is Oh, and when I say I don't ever trust a turncoat, I only mean politicians. Oh, I gotcha. Bar Stewart says, I too like to start with a bang. Gets all the awkwardness out of the way. Ho ho. Okay, I'll go now. Hey, we got Mike Wilson art. What's up, brother? We're trying to figure out. I want to do for a stretch goal. I want to do one of those like contests like we had with volume 2. That thing was a lot of fun. It took a long time just because the artwork, but I'm pretty sure that this campaign will go a lot faster as far as putting the book together. And so maybe you want to be part of the new art contest. I'm trying to figure out what we should do though, because you never want to completely repeat like what we did before. And if you guys don't know, what we did is we had an art contest, a black and white art contest. So the top 5 would be chosen, and they would get their own trading card. So, and then everybody would get that trading card. Everybody that backed the campaign would get like the Mike Wilson trading card or the Joe Bernardo trading card or whoever did the trading card. So it was kind of a cool win-win, where the artist got exposure and their bios were on the back of the card. So the artist got exposure, and then everybody that backed the book got free trading card, brand new black and white artwork. So Omer says Carlo is an awesome guy. Super, he's the best. He is the absolute best. Also, when I asked him if he would do the cover, I got the sketches the next day. Like it wasn't like give me a month or anything like that. Like he just did it, and he did 3 concepts. And like I said, I'm gonna show those off on one of these live streams. Yeah, he's a great person too. Like he lives in Mexico, so he lives somewhere close to the border of Texas. I don't know what part of Mexico that is. So if there's a Texas convention, he usually comes. He'll come over because it's only like an hour flight or something like that for him. And so he comes over and does the show. So I've done quite a few Texas cons with him, and just a great guy. We always go out. We have a good time. Fantastic, fantastic guy. Wait a sec, Art. Can't access his old computer drive. Get an exterior drive enclosure. Art, make sure it's compatible. I think what I'm going to have to do, everything's working now. I just want to stress everything's working now except for my Facebook and Instagram, right? So I have full control of everything. So that's good. But what I'm going to do is my new Facebook, my new Instagram, when I open those, when I create those, they're going to be linked to my new email. And what I'm going to try to do after the campaign is I'm going to try to link my old Twitter because I still have access to it. I can change my my email in there, hopefully. So by doing that, then I can bring it over into the new computer, or it'll just show up in my new computer. So then I'll have, I have full functioning email or full functioning Twitter, but that'll simplify things. And then I'll just keep that old computer. The one thing that he did screw up is I don't have access to my old Facebook, or not Facebook, but Photoshop. So he completely destroyed my Photoshop. So I have the new version of Photoshop. I can't say I'm 100% on it, but it is what it is. Crazy Cat says, reminds me of Donkey Kong if he was human. Unhinged says, I love you. Right back at you. Gorgeous colors. Thanks. I think you guys are still looking at the black and white campaign. Those boobs, white, has a really nice set. Well, thank you. I gave those to her. Let's see. Crazy Cat says, Art of Roy, he went over it first part. I believe he said it ended up crashing. Yeah. Enough computer talk. Yeah, if you want any like background on it, yeah, catch it early on. The good thing about this and this is, you guys have talked me off the ledge. I feel 100 times better. I think it was not connecting. I was very, very stressed out because all my connection to you guys and the outside world was gone. So I still had StreamYard and YouTube that I could use in my emails, but everything else was gone. And Dino says, crap, I just got here. I'm at work. Well, welcome. What happened? Go back in time, just like um, the movie. What? I got to go back to work for the American people. Yeah, it's not bad. Let's see. Art of Roy. Art, remember that scene from Bronx Tale when the mobster tells the kid that's chasing down some guy who owes him $20? I want my $2. He said, you just paid $20 to get that guy out of your life forever. Yeah, just I said I wasn't gonna go back, but yeah, just since that the people that are overcharging me that were supposed to repair my computer but broke my computer and then repaired it again. If anybody knows those people, they're listening. You're not going to get my full amount. You're not going to get all that money from me. I will work it out. I'll give you half, and that's me being generous. And if that's not good enough for you, then you're going to have to subpoena me to small claims. And I think I have a really strong case against you, because I also have the receipt of the guy that came over the next day to fix your screw ups. So I have that description of what he did. I have the new Photoshop receipts that I had to buy because you destroyed my own. And then just, the wear and tear, the stress of everything. I'm not going to pay you for, what was it, 7 hours that you were here? You were here 5 hours longer than you had to be, and 5 hours longer than you told me you would be when I hired you on the phone. So there. Anyway, let's see. We got Genuine Comics. What's up? Unhinged says, I'm excited for the campaign. Yeah, you guys, this will be when this thing goes live, and hopefully you guys come in early and back it. It will make all this stress worthwhile. It always feels like, and I'm one of those guys. I understand there's a price to be paid, so everything comes with a price. I understand that. Some prices are higher than others. Man, this one came with a pretty heavy price. Let me see. Carlo also worked on Super Sons. Yeah, we worked on Super Sons together. What is this? Shalom G2CU all? I'm not sure what that means. I think I understand it well enough. I don't understand how to troubleshoot things though. Like when there's a problem. I understand how to navigate through things, and I understand the basic mechanics of how things work. It's just like if there's a problem, I don't know. And it's not intuitive and it's not common sense, you guys. It's not. If you know it, it feels that way. But if you don't know it, it's not that way. Let's see. I remember the Wizard contest that Carlo Barberi won and started his comics career. That's awesome. Yeah. This industry is pretty cool, or at least it used to be. It's cool here at CG. Edwin Buzz Acevedo. Hail peeps. We got Edwin in the house. All right, you guys, I'm going to show off one last thing, and then I'm going to get ready for my dinner party. Screen share. Okay, share. So we are here. We are at Oodles of Doodles and other stuff too. This is how you could help me offset some of those computer costs if you guys want, and get yourself a fantastic book in the process. So here's Oodles of Doodles and other stuff too.
Art T-Bear's Oodles of Doodles and Other Stuff Too is a 60-page, 9x12 hardbound book that will be printed on thick glossy stock paper and is a compilation of artwork from award-winning artist, Art T-Bear. This book is filled with images that come from Art's Marvel, DC, Image, and Comicsgate work. That includes convention doodles, commissions, creator-owned IPs, and pop culture subjects that Art has brought to life with his masterful draftsmanship. Art T-Bear's signature style is both lyrical and meticulously realized. The mastery of craft, seen in his work, owes itself to his 40 years in the comic industry, as well as viewing life through his own love of the art form itself. Fans of art prints have the opportunity to back one or both of the mini print tiers. Both are stunning collections of work that you can back individually or together as a bundle. Art T-Bear's Oodles of Doodles and Other Stuff Too. Back it now on Indiegogo.
Get on it, you guys. Link is in the description. I'll put a link in the chat when I come back. But yeah, this is Oodles of Doodles and other stuff too. This is the art book. So this has 40 years worth of development of an artist. Like you get to see some early stuff in here, not early stuff, but some of the 90s stuff all the way up to present day. I got some CG stuff in there and everything in between. It is a 9x12. It is 64 pages now, you guys. We hit that stretch goal, so you guys got 4 additional pages. Here are some of the new pages, new artwork that's going in the book. That is in the book, actually. This book is at the printers right now. We got a shipping date. They are shipping this out in December 6th. We were originally told that it would be the 3rd week of November. But just like life, just transparency, they screwed up the files. They reconfigured each and every page to some size that we did not give them. We also sent them, because this will be the second printing, we sent them the original book. So they had the original book to use as a template, and somehow they still screwed it up. So sometimes these mistakes don't get found instantly, but I found it late in the process and sent it back to them. They're like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know how this happened. So anyway, they added about 2 weeks to the schedule. So we will get this early December. So the good thing about it, well, in a way, it's a good thing, is it's a quick turnaround campaign. So meaning we have not a ton of backers. So it's not like a 1,500 person backer campaign. I think we have let me see, we have 125 backers. So this is going to seem easy in comparison. So, and the only reason I'm saying this to you guys is so you'll know that we should be able to turn this around quickly. I know I said before Christmas, I'm not going to make that promise anymore, but we're still going to work our asses off to get this book to you guys before Christmas. I still see it as doable, but, with my luck, who knows? Who knows? So this right here, this quote from Kevin Nowlan is the new back of the book, and it looks fantastic. So this will be the back cover of the book. And so you guys can click that link. You can take longer to look at the artwork that's featured here. A lot of cool stuff. And then, Billy Tucci is going to use this image for a variant cover for his next She campaign. So I've seen it. It's all color. The color work's been done, and it looks fantastic, man. Looks so good. So here's some of the prints. I got Del Keown's blessing on this. We got the Juju 11x17 30-year commemorative. So this will be a slightly different version than the one that will be offered on the Black and White V3 campaign. And then, of course, you got Set A. got set B, and everything will come signed, you guys, and the books themselves will be signed and numbered. So I think the print run is 300. So you guys have a chance to get low print run numbers here. So then if you want me to do some doodling for you, do some drawing inside the book, I can do black or white or both in their new power suits. So that's the Oodles of Doodles and Other Stuff 2 campaign, you guys. Back it today. The link is in the description, and I'm going to drop it right here. There it is. There it is. It's starting to get dark. You know, I should get one of those little donut lighting. Put it right there so the lighting is always perfect. Okay. Did I do everything? Did I get everything under control? Oodles. I showed off the campaign. I kind of gave you a little bit of a teaser for tomorrow. I'm going to show off a bunch of new artwork tomorrow, you guys. I'll probably do it after church time. Yeah, I'm not a tinkerer. Like I used to be with automotives and like mechanical stuff. Like I rebuilt 2 engines in my time, and one I completely replaced. So I yanked the old engine and put a new engine, rebuilt it, and then well, not rebuilt, but I got a used engine block and I rebuilt it and dropped it into that car. So I used to be, but those days, like you could see it. Like the computers, what's my problem is I can't see those things. Like I don't know where the end game is. I don't know how to get there. I don't know those things. So it's like click this opens up, click that, it opens up, and it's just like this rabbit hole of shit that keeps going on. And I don't really know what the end game is. I don't know what the destination is. But if I'm tearing apart a carburetor, you know, I tear it apart. I put everything kind of like a puzzle. I assemble it on the ground there. And then when I have to put it back together, I clean the jets. I do whatever. Then I put it back together the opposite of the way I took it apart. So you could kind of figure stuff out on the fly. And that's how I always did things. Or you talk to your friends and they tell you things like that. But I don't really have any tech friends. So I don't really have a sounding board for that. So I'm going to have to rely on expertise of others. Thank you, Trevor. I will have a great dinner. I backed it, waiting for Black and White to catch up. Yeah, thanks, Arvroy. We will be there soon. Stealth X5 says hey or hi. That sheet cover came out great with the colors by Tucci. Oh, did you see it? Has he been showing it off? Cool. Oh, thank you, Unhinged. Can't wait. Love sketchbooks. I do too. I have a bookshelf just full of art books. Waiting isn't a problem. People ducking out like Kelsey is. No, I mean I've taken like the Black and White campaign took longer, and that was my fault. I was just unwilling to cut corners, and it really, I mean, just to be completely selfish on volume 2, it felt good to just be able to take my time and to draw and put a comic book together. Everything I have done prior to that was all deadline oriented and a lot of stress. Hey, Michael Bancroft. Yo, what's up, Mr. T? Thank you. If you guys don't know, Michael Bancroft has a fantastic YouTube channel. Go check it out. If you're not subscribed, do so. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to get, just so the lighting is always consistent. Let me see. We got Darren in the house. He'll be my last. Darren Wagner, I have an old ratty ball cap like that myself. I feel justified now. Yeah, the dog ate this thing. But I like it. I mean, it does. It is like a ratty old T-shirt. It kind of feels comforting. Thank you, Michael. Right back at you, brother. Good vibes to everybody. Thank you so much. As always, I look forward to this. I want to do it more. Hanging out with you guys really does. This is my social life these days, and I do like running these things by. And you guys are always insightful with things, and very helpful with your tips. So you guys have a fantastic rest of the day. And I'll see you tomorrow. And we're getting closer to that launch date for Black and White Volume 3, Sins of the Father, which will be this Monday. And I'll give you more information tomorrow. So take care, you guys. Have a great